Can we celebrate her? See the dance. That's a dance of a victor, of a woman who knows her substance, of a woman that stands for the truth, stands for excellence, stands for professionalism, stands for impact. And in this course, she's a tool that will make change happen. One more time, a round of applause for HAJIA TUMAKA.
Good afternoon, distinguished ladies and gentlemen, Your Excellencies, my mother. She's my mother. She's an amazing human being. I've never met a woman like this woman. It's incredible. Please, let's give her a warm round of applause. And after my brother, you're welcome. Our former First Lady, you're welcome. My sisters, Mary Harman, my friend, my sister, all the distinguished ladies and gentlemen that are here, you're all welcome. I don't like to say standing on existing protocol because I know it is not correct, you know. But in Nigeria, if you don't say it, you will offend some people. So I stand on existing protocol. What do you say after the kind of extempore speech that our mother has made? What do you say? You don't have anything to say. But I must say something. Do you think I don't want to stand on that podium? I want to stand on that podium. But I can't. You know why? Because I have my own challenges. But I have not allowed the challenge to stop me from being who I am today. And the fact that I've not stood on that podium, does it take anything away from me? You can hear me. You can see me. So that's what we are all about, women. I hate being pitied. I hate being pitied. I never, as soon as I see you trying to come and help me, I run away from you. We have to be on that table. And we're not on that table because we're women. We're not on that table because we're beautiful. We're on that table because we have the capacity. We're on that table because we're competent. We're on that table because we're able. We're on that table, like she said, before, because you have it up here in your head. There's nothing that a man can do. I'm not saying I can do better. No. But I can equally do as well. Whatever a man can do, we can do as well. Because of what? You must know your onions. You must train yourself. You must educate yourself. You must improve yourself. I've retired. I retired about 4 years ago. But I'm not tired. And I've not stopped learning. And I've not stopped going out. I've not sat at home to pity myself. Even though I say sometimes, wow, what a time to retire. Because Nigeria has changed. There's so much difficulty. But we keep struggling, like she said. We keep struggling. We keep trudging on. Don't sit down in self-pity. Don't sit down and feel you're entitled. No, go out. Show the world, show the men that you can do it. We can do it. My brother, we can do it. Believe you me, we can do it. He was ES. We did that ES together. We did it together. Please give him a round of applause. Because he encouraged us women. I was always in his office. You go to his office, he sees you off downstairs. How many CEOs do that? But do you know why he does? Because I respect myself. Because I've shown him I am worth being accompanied downstairs. Please give me a round of applause. I think I have said enough. Rolly, it's nice to see you. She came in all the way from Lagos. It's nice to see you. These are women. I was telling some of my younger sisters, I said, there's this thing that they said that a lion cannot give birth to a monkey or to a goat. My younger sister is sitting down there, the Musawa family. The older daughter, Hanatu, is a minister. The younger sister is a commissioner in her state. And then their mother is my friend. Their mother is my friend. Yeah, she's my friend. You know why she's my friend? Because she's a woman that struggled to bring these children up and make them the success that they are today. Yes, she did. Mrs. Musawa. She did. For you in the same government, to have a minister, have a commissioner. I mean, the blessings of Allah, the blessings of God is enormous in your life. But she must have struggled. Don't just sit down and say, God will bless me. No, God says, get up, do it, and I will meet you halfway. Yes, struggle, do it, and I will bless your efforts. So what are we talking about today? We're talking about gender, quality, influence policy, capacity, building capacity in digital economy. Influence policy. How do we influence the policy? How? We influence policy. Sorry, I'm not as astute as my mother, as my mentor. So I need to refer to my notes. How do we influence policy? I'll be brief so that you don't get bored. You know, when you talk too much, people get bored. So I'll be brief. So how do we influence policy? By enacting gender-sensitive laws for education, employment, and entrepreneurship. By promoting women in STEM fields through initiatives. STEM simply means science, technology, engineering, and maths. You know, when we were growing up, they used to say, you go and play with the doll. And the boys will read or play football. But today, we're saying part of how, you know, you can have this gender parity that we're talking about is by deliberately encouraging women to participate in this STEM. That is science, technology, engineering, and maths. So that's one way you can influence policy. Leadership capacity building, another way. Another way you can influence is through leadership capacity build. And how do you do this? Mentorship. It's very important. She's my mentor. And you don't even have to know the person before the person becomes your mentor. I've met people who say, HAJIA, LAMI, TUMAKA, you are my mentor. I don't know them. And I look at them. Yes, you're my mentor because I've studied you. I've seen what you do. And I've learned what you do, how you do it. And I've modeled myself. You are my role model. So that's another way that you can do it through mentorship and coaching. Another way you can do is digital economy opportunities. You know, everything now is digital. Everything in the world now is digital. If you are not digital knowledge, if you don't have the skills, go and learn it. A lot of things I didn't know how to do before. I'll call my granddaughter, Farha. She's 8 years old. Let me tell you a funny story about my granddaughter. My daughter, Halima. Halima has 3 daughters. 3 beautiful daughters. That makes me grandmother of 3 beautiful girls. Please clap for me now. And when she was going to have the 3rd child, she said to me, Mommy, this one is different. Mommy, this one is a boy. It's different. I can feel it, Mommy. And I said, Amen. In my heart, I was just saying, God, may she have a safe delivery. And may the child be healthy. But I was humoring her. Amen. It's a boy. Amen. And Farha came. She's a girl. She said to me, Mommy, I wanted a boy. God gave me a girl that is like a boy. You know what? Farha plays football. She's been registered in an academy. She sits down with her father and discusses football. Am I not the one that said, God, I want a boy? He has given me a girl, but with the characteristics, she actually even looks like a boy, like a fine boy. You know, a lot of people, you know, when I say, that's my granddaughter, I said, daughter, granddaughter, I say, yes. But she looks like a boy. I said, yes, a beautiful boy. She's the one I used to ask. Farha, she's 8 years old. How do I do this? So when she comes, Nana, she calls me Nana. What do you want me to do for you today? Because of that, I learned how to do everything myself. When she comes, what do you want me to do for me? I say, no, I know how to do it. So be digital savvy. That's the point I am making. Then, the challenges, overcome stereotypes, increase access to funding, balance work. What are the solutions to the topic that we're discussing today? And I said part of the solution is to foster government, private sector, and civil society partnerships, create inclusive workplace and diverse hiring practices, amplify women's voices in policy leadership. If you don't put us as part of the people formulating the policy, you know, I granted an interview to Arise, and I said to them, any government that does not carry along the women population is missing half, if not more than half, of the positives that women can bring to the table. You know, when you have a female manager or a female director, there are certain things that being a woman by nature, being a woman, you can see certain things that the man will not see. So that advantage is taken away from the country, from the organization, from the association, if you don't put women in such positions. And then finally, I said, what do we do to achieve what Kingsley has brought us here to do? Kingsley has brought us to prefer solution. He has even challenged us. He said something which I do not agree with, even though Mary Harman agreed with him, but I'm sure my mentor did not agree because I don't agree. I think women help women. I don't agree that women do not help women. Women helping women. I have been helped by women and men. And like she said, if you don't make yourself available to be helped, how do we help you? You understand? How do I know that you need to be helped? So action plan. My action plan for achieving what he has talked about, I said, number one, I hope I'm making sense. Because when you start getting tired of me, just tell me, Lami, go and sit down. And I'll go and sit down, please. Thank you. So what's my action plan? What's my proposal to achieving what Kingsley has said we should do? I said number one, establish a gender quality task force. Establish a gender policy task force. Develop policy recommendations. Launch leadership development programs. And then create online resources and platforms. These are my recommendations on way forward. I will not sit down without talking about Kingsley. Kingsley, are you here? Kingsley has been an amazing human being. You know, any man or any woman, yes, any man or woman that keeps trudging on in spite of challenges is a personality, is somebody that we should all emulate, should be a role model. Because I'm sure you'll agree with me that, like my auntie, my mother said, you know, being an entrepreneur in the Nigerian environment today is very tasking, is very demanding. But don't be daunted. Continue struggling until that success, until God meets you halfway. So, Kingsley, thank you very much for bringing us all here together. I'm praising Kingsley today Kingsley was one of the people that kept me on my toes when I was head of public relations at NIMASA. If Kingsley blows you, bah, you will wake up from your sleep. But when you have him as somebody supporting you, you can go and sleep. Thank you very much.